The scene is Los Angeles Superior Court. And I hope I can get through this without getting emotional. Jennifer Lopez and husband Ben Affleck are officially parting ways.
What?
Yes.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Who filed for divorce? Lopez or Affleck? What do you think? Albert, do you have a guess? You already know. I ask you in the chat, who filed for divorce? Lopez or Affleck? One filed for divorce. One called it quits officially in Superior Court. The answer, indeed, I will give it to Jason, is Lopez. That's right.
It wasn't
Jennifer,
a very long marriage. How long had they been married?
How long were they married, Albert? I believe it was not a long time.
It wasn't a long time. Wasn't this was a double back from 2000? Yeah, early 2000s. They had.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but they didn't get married that time.
No, they did not.
She filed for dissolution of their 2-year marriage, is the answer.
2 years, okay.
It coincides with the anniversary of their wedding, which was, as you know, a big affair that they had after they first eloped in Las Vegas a month prior to the wedding. So they eloped and then they had this sort of unofficial wedding, but it was a big deal. And the two had been living separately for a time. Lopez canceled her summer tour. It had nothing to do with Ben Affleck, I don't think, but maybe that was part of the tumult that she was enduring. And they put their Beverly Hills home on the market. I believe it's $60 million, something like that. It's a lot of money. I will tell you something that I was particularly surprised by. That the two are breaking up does not surprise me.
No.
That they met on the set of JLo. Part of JLo, I think, was set in... No, I don't think it was. I was going to say in San Francisco there were some scenes, but I don't think so. We have a lot of San Francisco listeners and viewers. They played criminals on a job together in JLo. And they struck up a real-life friendship, and eventually it turned into a relationship. They both married others, and then they had families. And then they reconciled, and as you know, they got married, and now they're getting divorced. Now, here's the thing that surprises me. What surprises me is there was not, in my understanding, a prenup, which means that everything that they earned together in this 2-year period, they will chop in half. So
They probably won't. I mean, don't you think they'll probably just split whatever they bought together, whatever house, and then... I mean, they both have so much money. They don't need to dig into each other's cash.
Yeah, they've got so much money they can afford good lawyers. I've seen a lot of people with a lot of money go after each other for every last dime. They got engaged after he popped the question with a 6.1 carat pink diamond ring from Harry Winston Jewelers. She'll probably get a chance to keep that, I would think, right, Kim?
Well, I mean, here's the question. Do you want to keep it? It's sentimental and it's about that particular relationship. So maybe you don't want it anymore, but that's a pretty big diamond.
Yeah, I mean, she can repurpose it, to be polite. Either sell it, or you could also just put it into some kind of other jewelry, you know. Mm-hmm. She looked so happy there when she first got it, right?
Aww.
Yeah. They postponed their original nuptials, as you may remember, because of excessive media attention surrounding their wedding, and then they get married. Then they took a break, and then things kind of dissolved. Now, he was married to Jennifer Garner, right? Has children with Jennifer Garner.
He has 3
and
kids
she
with
was
her.
married to Mark, what was his last name, Albert?
Anthony. She's
Anthony.
been married a bunch of times.
Oh, has she?
So she's no stranger to the divorce.
She's a romantic until the romance is gone. Anyway, so it's all over.
Sayonara, sucker!
Oh, yeah, well, it's... and Kim thinks it'll all be civil. Nobody wants the money. I'd suggest that I'll see you in court, and we'll divide up our assets. A father-daughter duo is arrested in Southern California. It's a huge retail bust. They're arrested after authorities shut down a theft ring When they shut it down, they found $400,000 worth of stolen merchandise. This is one of those theft rings that we've heard so much about, you know, the smash and grabs, and it's really a syndicate, you know. Well, the CHP's Organized Retail Theft Task Force served a search warrant at an LA home, and they found stolen items there, stored, later sold at open-air markets. And the leader of the fence operation, 41 years old, Jose Cuadra. And they discovered, again, nearly $400,000 worth of stuff, including designer purses, shoes, and perfume. The stolen merch is being sold as legitimate brand name items. There it is, some of the stuff that was boosted in their scheme. The suspects, identified as Johnny Cortez, who's 46, his daughter, Paula, who's 28, and then, as I say, the ringleader, Jose Cuadra. Wow. What a huge operation busted. Congratulations to that crime unit.
Look at all that stuff.
Yeah. And it went regularly to those, would you call it a thrift show or whatever? In Torrance, there is one. In Torrance, California, Southern California.
Like a flea market?
Yeah, like a flea market. Thank you.
Okay.
Exactly. The doctor charged in the death of Matthew Perry has reopened his medical practice in Calabasas, California.
What?
Yeah. Attorneys say that, the doctor's attorneys say that while the clinic was reopened, he did not go in to treat patients. There's a sign on the door that says he is a defendant in a pending case and charged with felony offenses. He's accused of selling the ketamine to Perry, and that ketamine ultimately caused Perry's death. At the time, Perry had been undergoing ketamine infusion therapy to treat his depression. But there are 5 people involved in this prosecution. I was detailing it for you the other day a bit. It's this doctor whose clinic is now reopened without him, another doctor, Mark Chavez, 3 other people who were involved in procuring and then providing Perry this stuff, the ketamine. And they were arrested and they're charged with all of these crimes related to the death of Matthew Perry. It does appear that some people, maybe more than one, will be doing time in the death of Matthew Perry, that overdose. A woman has had enough of her mail being stolen, and she sends herself an Apple AirTag knowing that the mail will get stolen and that AirTag will be taken to where her mail is being stolen. And it worked.
Ooh, it's a wild idea, but it just might work.
She laid her own trap, and she decided to ship herself this AirTag. This is the small, everybody knows what an AirTag is. And that can give you a GPS location on where that mail is. Sheriff's deputies responded, met the woman after her mail was again predictably stolen one more time, this time with the AirTag included. Now able to track the thieves, deputies went to Santa Maria, where they located the suspect and the victim's stolen mail, the tracking device and everything. Additional pieces of mail from dozens of other victims were also recovered. The deputies ultimately arrested 27-year-old Virginia Francesca Lara of Santa Maria and her accomplice, 37-year-old Donald Ashton Terry of Riverside. Laura and Terry both booked into Santa Maria, where they remain in custody, awaiting felony charges.
Sayonara, sucker!
That's right.
Do you have any AirTags that you use?
I only use them in the bags.
The luggage? Mm-hmm.
Well, now that they lost my luggage for 2 months, remember when my luggage was
Yes.
lost? So now I put them in everything. Yeah. But they're a great thing.
We have it in there's a little, like a metal piece of my daughter's bassoon that you can remove.
Oh, that's
and there's a
brilliant.
little AirTag in the bottom because this is a really expensive instrument.
Sure.
I mean, it's $8,000 to $10,000 instrument.
Wow.
And so if it gets stolen, we can't replace it. So
Wow.
she traveled on a band trip, and we decided we were going to AirTag the bassoon. So that's our only AirTag so far.
That is
Yeah.
unreal. I love that. Yeah, it's a great high-tech solution to a real threat. That's Law and Disorder for today.
Tune in again next time for more Law and Disorder on The Mark Thompson Show.
All right, that's it. Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.